I keep saying we're done. I think most people that do a van like this say they're done, and then things seem to keep going. So if you've been following, you know we added a window in the sliding door. Recently we had a battery-to-battery charger installed, a swivel for Susie's seat. I found from Gnarly Vans a really neat mount that fits in the factory hole so I could use our lagoon table, which was sitting in the garage not getting used. And so I thought, that's it. There's nothing else we're going to do. And now we have this. Let me tell you about it. Thanks for watching. So as I told you, we did these last improvements, and on the Ford Transit USA Facebook page that I'm pretty involved on, they always ask about screens, and you know, I would show them videos of how Susie made Velcro, and we put it on here, and it worked, but it would get caught and they would tear. It was cheap Amazon patio screens. A lot of people use it, a lot of them very happy with it, but we were on our second one here because with the Velcro, it was tight, but when we go in and out, if your foot got caught or something, it'd tear, and we have to do repairs, and so we didn't like that. There are other brands, and I offered to buy Susie one that install permanently behind the gasket and all, and she didn't want that either. And so on the Facebook page, someone mentioned living in a bubble, and this is a company in Australia, a nice couple there, and so I contacted Mari there and just asked her about them, and she sent, just to be upfront, she sent me one, and then not too many days later sent me a second one because we found out the one for this door fits over there. What's different about these screens? Number one, the material is better. It's a more flexible nylon, and the concept is they hang more loosely. You can still see out just fine, but they don't make specific ones for a Sprinter or a ProMaster or a Transit. They make it for an opening because it's an opening. And so this is a very quick way to put up the screen. We can do it in 30 seconds or less. It comes down like this, as I'll show you a video of me doing that. And so it's magnets all the way around the edges, as you'll see. You put it up there, and then when you don't need it, you take it down. That's what we want. We like it open. When we're traveling especially, we just don't want the screens in the way. Once we get camping, if we're in a place that has bugs and we want it, and it's open for a while we're, you know, go to bed or something, we'll put it up, and if we can, we quite often leave the back door open, so we'd have the screen up. We couldn't do that at Rocky Mountain because of bears, and other locations there are issues you wouldn't want to have to worry about animals coming in. But goes up, comes down very, very quickly, and so they make a small, medium, large for a van opening. And back there it's small, medium, large, and extra large. The one here has a magnetic opening. The one back there is zippered because most people have a garage with a bed above it, and we don't. We're unusual because we have an aisle in the middle, and we go in and out that door. Most people don't. So the company said they found people wanted a zippered opening back there because they just don't go in and out. But I found out that this large fits our Transit, our medium roof. It's not as extra material, but it actually does fit. And Susie didn't want the zippered. They were willing to send us the zippered version when the extra large is back in stock, but we found out that this large actually fits. Now, your experience may be different with your van, so I can't promise how that'll work with you, but it worked in this 2018 just fine. So that's why Mari sent us another one of the exact same thing so we can cover. So enough preliminaries. We'll have Susie and I will put it up. Okay, before we show you us putting it up, and you know, I make a big deal about how fast you can do it. That's really not the biggest deal, because where are you going to be where there's a cloud of mosquitoes and they're coming in? If it's that bad, you don't want the door open anyway, okay? But tell them about where you place these magnets on the top.
Yeah, they're just barely over the tip of the rim, not in the
there's a track up here where the mechanism slides.
And don't put it in the track because it's got grease in there.
Right, and so we keep it right above the gasket here, and it fits perfectly. And the reason we want to point that out is I have seen videos where people throw it up on the roof, and you can do that, but the problem would be you're going to have a little kind of a plate you have to finesse because you're over top of the mechanism. It's pulling, and it leaves kind of an opening there. You can sort of make it work, but if you do it this way, you are following the contours of the metal everywhere, and so it's a pretty good seal all the way around, okay? Yeah. So I think that's the best way to do it. Not in that, like Susie said, not in that gap up there because there's grease up there where the roller is coming around. So now we're going to take it down, and we'll show you us putting it right back up. Let's just go ahead and do that now. And she's going to get in the inside. Okay. Go. And even with the step stool, Susie can't reach anyway. I mean, you could throw it up there temporarily to help you. It still doesn't take long, no matter what.
But it's effective.
Yeah.
Without worrying about time.
Yeah.
It's very effective.
Because we like it open, don't we?
Yeah.
So there we go. Put it right there. I didn't time it, but that still doesn't take very long. So show how it's coming in and out. So we get to a site and we want to have the screen, or we're taking naps and we want the air to come through, and there's no bears nearby. And then if we are taking things in and out, you just do that and you're good to go right there. Okay, good job. So that's how it's done. All right, I know there's a lot of van people, it's just a gal by themselves, and Susie's 5'2". Even like I said with the step stool, she's got to work from the inside, but she's going to take it down now, and we're going to give her all the time she wants to put it back up so there's no pressure.
Well, you can take it down from the outside. Okay, and then put it back up. Start over here. Where's the... There it is.
Once she gets it going across the top,
find the groove. There it is.
There it is. I want to help her. There you go.
Once it goes, it kind of does itself.
And once we've done it very many times, we'll have it down. But you'll almost never be doing it by yourself anyway, will you? So there you go. Goes up higher than you think.
I'm just so afraid of putting it in the...
Yeah, we try to avoid that track up there. Here we go. Yeah, now you got it.
I'll get better as I go along.
Yeah. Well, like I said, there's no reason for you to be putting it by yourself.
I'm not an expert yet.
You're stepping up. There you go. Those magnets really grab.
They're super. Then you gotta go under this little place. You gotta go around this guy. Woo, woo, look at me.
Yeah. So she's finishing it. I will do this. I'll just for me, I'll pull that over a little bit. But it was actually sealed, so there you go. So
if you wanted to, you could hem it, or so that it gets the metal here.
The magnet.
Not hem it, but like turn it over like that and sew it up, so it only comes to there.
Yeah, we haven't decided if you're going to do that or not.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. We'll show you in the back, and that's it. There's not much to this. It's a great screen, up and down fast, and not permanent. Works
I really
great for
like
us.
it.
Yeah.
Hi.
Well, we've already shown you how to put it up, and we, as I mentioned earlier, we found out that this magnet opening version works here. Now, we will admit that if you want to fit this typically with the garage and everything, you're going to want the extra large because we're making this work. It would be nice to have a little wider, a little more material at the top. Would you not agree?
Yes, I'll say something about that.
when I stop talking. But it does fit for us. So this is not the typical install of a living in a bubble screen. We decided we don't want the zippered version. So we're making it work, and it's still going to be bug-free inside, but we're not using the zippered version. Tell them what you want to tell them. I'll get out of your way.
It was not made for this door. So the top piece of fabric is not wide enough to go all the way across. But it is wide enough down here. So we just pulled it up, the whole thing up higher, and put it over the backlight, and then just put it out around the edges. And so this works for us.
Right. So, again, if we had the full width of the extra large, that would go all the way to the sides of the door, the front, the whole body. But nonetheless, with the zippered version. So we're making it work. And so
I don't like zippers.
Yeah, she doesn't like zippers because we're going to go in and out. So it just takes a little more time to finesse it, but it works just the same for us. So make sure that you check your dimensions and get the right size. You want a screen that's larger than the opening, obviously. And again, this is a Ford Transit 250 medium roof. Okay, so this is meant for medium and high roof. Transit or other vehicles that have the width that we have over there. So,
and we did make it work, so it does work.
It does work, right? But this is just a different installation.
Right.
And she figured it out mainly. Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, it's not really the finish, but I'll do some more finishing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but she was ready to finish it. Okay.
I like to say that.
Yeah. So there you go. We made a bigger deal about throwing something up that has magnets than probably needed to be, but some people like more information. So this is the living in a bubble. This one we've not taken out of the bag yet. You know how it is once you take something out of the bag. It does fit back in, but maybe bulges a bit more. But we highly recommend these screens. And as I said before, just make sure you really check your dimensions that it will work. And I think you'll be quite happy with this. And maybe we're really done. I have a friend, Jim, that's going to say never. So he's probably right. So living in a bubble, screens for your van. Thanks for watching.